It's Orioles baseball on Masson on a nice Wednesday night at Camden Yards. The Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays getting set to play the rubber game in this three-game series. And hi, everyone. I'm Jim Hunter. Thanks for joining us as the Orioles look to take 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay and further hurt their chances to catch the Red Sox in the wild card. And last night it was a late-in-the-game rally that got it done. Jake Fox with a big base hit to get the game tied, a pinch hit, and then Matt Wieters with a 2-run home run to win it. And as you look at Matt Wieters over the year, we are seeing a hitter who is gaining consistency and gaining maturity. Go back to his rookie year in 2009. In 96 games, he had 9 home runs, drove in 43. Last year, he improved on that to 11 home runs and 55 RBIs. And this year in 2011, at 127 games, 19 home runs and 61 RBIs. He's trying to become the first catcher since Ramon Hernandez in 2006 to have a 20 home run season. And before today's game, manager Buck Showalter was asked about the continuing consistency as a hitter of Matt Wieters.
Yeah, if you look at how consistent Matt is in his life, it doesn't surprise you how consistent he is. You know, everything he does gets a little better each year. It's not some way up and way down, way up, way down. He's rock, you know, defensively. I don't know how anybody could be any more consistent. You know, this guy's going to end up catching close to 140 games. I don't care if you're 25 or 45. That's just remarkable to me. I mean, sometimes, you know, sit up in the press box and squat every time he squats and stay down there, and now do it 140 times. It's, to me, it's especially with his height and everything, and to be able to go back there and hit after all that.
And, Rick, what is encouraging is Buck Showalter talks about Matt Wieters gaining consistency, and he's doing it late in the year. You like to see a guy that can finish strong.
You know, last year it was left-handed over right-handed. Right-handed was a little bit weaker, and he went home during the wintertime and really improved himself right-handed. Much more aggressive, much quicker, shorter, quicker swing right to the bat. You can see the numbers have really started to pay off right-handed. 9 home runs on the season as opposed to 10 left-handed. So he's balanced it out, the production pretty well so far in his career, and I don't think we've seen the best out of Matt Wieters yet. He keeps getting better every year with the power and the RBIs, and I think it's a matter of experience and that confidence that we always talk about.
Now, the pitching matchup tonight in the rubber game, real intriguing matchup because you have one pitcher who has dominated his opponent and another pitcher on the other side who's had difficulty. Well,
Jeremy Guthrie had, you know, outside of the start that he had against Tampa Bay at the beginning of the season, he struck 8 shutout innings against Tampa Bay, but the rest of the time he's really struggled against this ball club. You know, you look at the ERA over the course of the season, 4.2. You look at Wade Davis, 4.3 overall during the season. You say, what's the big difference? It isn't home runs and it isn't walks. Actually, what it comes down to is run support. Wade Davis gets a lot more run support, especially on the road from his ball club. That's what ends up being the difference.
And Jeremy Guthrie trying to do something he has not done all year, and that's win back-to-back starts. It's the Orioles and the Rays rubber game of 3. We're coming back to Camden Yards. Lineups and first pitch are next. tonight at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Rubber game of 3, a huge game for the Tampa Bay Rays. Boston has lost. They're back within 3 with a win, and our game time temperature is brought to you by Train. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Train. 84% humidity, just a slight breeze. 48% humidity and a chance of thunderstorms as the evening progresses. So the Rays come in looking for a win. Let's get a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineups for Tampa Bay. Sam Fuld, B.J. Upton, and Evan Longoria with Ben Zobrist in the cleanup spot. Johnny Damon, big numbers against the Orioles, including 32 home runs in his career. Then Matt Joyce, Casey Kochman, John Jaso, and Reed Brignac.
You see the scouting report on Jeremy Guthrie. He still needs some love. In his first 8 starts combined, the club only scored him 10 runs, which was 1.3 per game. 6 of 29 starts, the club hasn't even scored him a run at all. Let's look back. Opening day, Tampa Bay, 8 shutout innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 6 Ks. What a great day that was. No luck, but durable. He reached 1,000 innings on September the 9th. Only the 1,150th pitcher in Major League Baseball history to do that.
And the scouting report is brought to you by AFCIA. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And here we go as Guthrie deals, and the fastball's there for a strike. And we are underway at Camden Yards. Sam Fuld, his first appearance in the series, as Joe Maddon stacking his lineup tonight. He has 7 left-handed batters in there against Guthrie. And the pitch missing outside, and a ball and a strike. Joe Maddon knows that the Red Sox have already lost. His team was watching the Sox day game in the clubhouse before their batting practice. So there's a little extra motivation now. They know if they win, they're back within 3 before they head to Fenway Park for a 4-game series, which begins tomorrow. 2-1 is hit to right field. Markakis is there, and he's got it for the out. So Fuld retired and 1 away in the first.
Well, here's the Orioles defense for the night. Nolan Reimel back in left field. Matt Engel in center. Nick Markakis in right field. Davis at third base tonight. J.J. Hardy at short. Rob Andino at second base. Mark Reynolds at first. Matt Wieters will be behind the plate. And Jeremy Guthrie on the mound.
Here's B.J. Upton, takes outside. B.J.'s got a 6-game hitting streak going, and he has moved up in the lineup. He was lower in the lineup when the Orioles were in Tampa last weekend, and now batting second. And a good pitch in the outside corner, 1-1. Guthrie has not won back-to-back starts since last season when he put together a 3-start winning streak, August the 22nd through September the 11th. With a win tonight, he will have won back-to-back starts for the first time this year.
Well, you just never really know what you're going to get out of Jeremy Guthrie. Sometimes he'll go out there and look like the ace that they expect him to be and just blow through certain teams 7-8 innings of no hit, no run baseball. Not no hit, but no run baseball. And then other times he looks like he just doesn't know what's going on out there. You kind of wonder, with as good a stuff as he has, and he is really one of the best pitchers with the worst records you've ever seen. It's really sad sometimes to see what happens to him, but he has been awesome at times.
Yeah, a strike 3 called as Guthrie gets it on the outside corner. So Upton down on strikes and 2 away.
Pretty good pitch right here. Just a fastball, go right at him on the outside corner. It gets a little bit of movement, but it freezes B.J. Upton. He gets the strikeout.
So 2 down. That'll get Longoria up with the bases empty. And that's a good way to face this guy. He's got 66 RBIs since June the 20th. Most in the major leagues. And requesting time is Guthrie, always ready to pitch on the mound. Longoria didn't want to get quick pitched. And the fastball's right there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, you know, one of the things that sticks out for me is, you know, how aggressive he has been. His first and second at-bats of each game, he has really, you know, picked up most of his hits against the Orioles at those 2 at-bats.
Fouled out of play, so the count goes 0-2 on Longoria. He has 12 out of his last 37, 26 home runs on the year with 85 RBIs. And the 0-2, and he got him a high fastball he couldn't reach. Real strong start for Jeremy Guthrie as Tampa Bay goes 3 up, 3 down. Rays can't score. Here come the Birds. Here come the Orioles in the bottom of the first. Southwest Airlines starting lineups for the O's. Angle, Hardy, Markakis with Guerrero in the cleanup spot. Then Wieters, Davis, and Reynolds, Reimold in left. And Robert Andino brings his 10-game hitting streak into the game tonight. He'll be at second base and bat ninth.
Here's a scouting report for Wade Davis. Charm City perfect. 4-0 in his last 5 starts at Camden here with a 3.2 ERA. So he's been perfect so far. A ray of sunshine for Tampa Bay so far. They love having him out there. In his last 8 starts, the club is 7-1. And he always picks up the tab on the road. I would too if I got 7.5 runs per game support. 3rd highest in the American League.
So the FCS scouting report on Wade Davis, who's making his 27th start and looking for his 11th win on the year. Gets behind Matt Angle 1-0 and missing outside again, ball 2. And a bunt, third base side. They'll have to hurry. Jaso won't even try. Matt Angle is on with a bunt single, leading off in the bottom of the first.
Well, I'm really beginning to like what I see out of Matt Angle. He's throwing every single one of his weapons right now. Excellent bunt. He's pulled the bat back. He softened the blow. Perfectly placed down the third base line. No chance for Jaso to throw him out at first base. Just put it in your pocket and hope you can turn a double play, which isn't going to be so easy with him.
So Angle on. Now that brings the stolen base possibility into play. And here is J.J. Hardy, whose bat is coming around. Angle doesn't go, and the pitch is outside, 1-0.
Talked to Dave Rosenfield, the general manager at AAA for the Orioles in Norfolk, and he happened to say about Matt Angle how he's going to grow on you after a while. You're going to love his speed. He knows how to play the game, and he's solid. And so far, that's exactly what he showed the Orioles.
Wade Davis, for a big guy, does control the running game. He is outside again, 2-0. So he's 2-0 on the first 2 hitters. There have been only 6 stolen base attempts with Davis on the mound. 2 have made it, but 4 have been caught. It's outside, ball 3. When you think of the accomplishment already of Matt Angle, Adam Jones and Nick Markakis lead the club in steals with with 11. Reynolds has 6, Robert has 6, Andino has 9, he's 3rd, and Angle has 6. And Angle's only been here for 17 games.
He gets a pretty good jump on the ball, and he can accelerate.
So a 4-pitch walk for J.J. Hardy and 2 on with none out. Well, Ray Davis, since the All-Star break, 6 starts at home. He's got 2-0 with a real good ERA, but in 3 starts on the road, 1-2 with an ERA of 9.19. The batting average, a big difference, and the team has gone 6-0 in those 6 starts at home, 1-2 in his 3 starts on the road.
When you stop and think about the 7.5 runs support that he has gotten on the road so far this year, you've got to pitch pretty bad to lose 2 ball games.
There's Jim Hickey, the pitching coach for Tampa Bay. Nick looking for his first hit in the series. He is 0 for 6. He comes up with 2 on and none out. And a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Nick, over his last 9 games, has 7 RBIs. And now 68 ribbies on the season. Chance to get the Orioles the early lead. And there's a strike in the outside corner. It's 0-2. Markakis now with 43 multi-hit games. He trails Adam Jones by just 1 with 44. And for a while there, Adam had a healthy lead in the multi-hit games.
Well, Nick is starting to pick up so many offensive records as a Oriole at this point. It's hard to believe. It just seems like yesterday he was a rookie struggling his way through the first half of a season.
And he swings and misses for a strikeout, one away.
Breaking ball on the outside corner, just about as perfectly placed as you can. Davis just catches the black out there for the strikeout.
So Angle at second, Hardy at first, now with one down, and Vladimir Guerrero coming up. And what Wade Davis is hoping for is a ground ball to turn 2. And he checks a swing, and it's in the dirt, 1-0. Well, Vladimir's trying to finish strong. He only signed a one-year deal with the Orioles, so a lot of scouts at the game. He's trying to show them he could still play. And if you look at his season, this has been his best month per average at 375, and he also has a chance to finish with his best month for RBIs. He's got 8 already in the month of September. 1-0 the count, 2 on him, 1 out. And a good take inside. It's 2-0. The Orioles lead the American League in grounding into double plays, and Vladimir leads the Orioles. And that's what Wade Davis is trying to induce here. Ground ball to turn 2 and end the inning. And it's outside, ball 3.
Very tough to figure out a way to pitch Vladimir Guerrero, because just about anything that his bat can reach, he can hit if it's high enough off the ground. And even then, you're not assured. I've seen him get 2 base hits in my career against him that bounced to home plate. Try doing that sometime, Jim.
3-0 the count on him. And he swings and fouls it off straight down at the plate. Wade Davis, 26 years old, in his 3rd season, and here's that swing. 3-0 pitch. And fouls it straight down. Our Jeep Exmo brought to you by the 2011 Jeep Compass.
Just amazing at times to watch Vladimir swing the bat, and some of the balls that he can hit and drive to the outfield for base hits and drive people in. It's amazing how much he can expand his strike zone.
And a strike. He thought he had ball 4. And instead of a walk and the bases loaded, the count goes to 3-2.
You kind of got to laugh at him on this pitch down and in. Although it wasn't a strike, Vladimir is never looking for a walk. There's nobody in the game of baseball that wants to hit more than he does.
We'll see if Buck Showalter sends the runners 3-2 with 1 down. And Davis looked back, and a bouncer towards the hole, fielded by Brignac, goes to second out there, back to first and out there. What a turn by Brignac, who had to go deep into the hole, and with Vladimir Guerrero running, Davis gets the ground ball to turn 2. 6-4-3 ends the first. We go to the second. Rays and O's rubber game of 3, no score. Glenn Burney for every double play the Orioles turn during the game tonight. Colleen wins $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery, and now you can enter 2 great scratch-offs for a chance to win. To see how you can turn non-winning Amazing Eights or double play scratch-offs into cash or Amazing Orioles prizes, go to mdlottery.com/double play. And Zobrist leads off in the second. And Guthrie gets ahead 0-1. Zobrist, Damon Joyce for Tampa Bay in the scoreless game. Zobrist having a good year, facing Jeremy Guthrie. He's looking for his 8th win. Ben is tied for first in the American League with 45 doubles. Center field, Angle back on it. And Matt is there, and he has it for the out and 1 away in the second inning.
Central Maryland.
So Johnny Damon coming up. He brings a 3-game hitting streak into tonight's game, and as far as hitting well at Camden Yards, he certainly has 148 hits, second most all time by an opponent at Camden Yards, trailing only Derek Jeter. And of course, all 5 of those hitters, the majority of their careers spent in the AL East. So a lot of games here at Camden Yards as Damon fouls it back.
Well, I don't even want to begin to jinx Jeremy Guthrie or the Orioles here with Johnny Damon. It seems like every time I watch him in a series against the Orioles here at Camden, he's hitting a home run up on the flag court.
Check swing and he fouls it off, and it's quickly 0-2.
I like the look, though.
I think he might have been fooled by that pitch. He held the bat there and admired his foul ball, to the amusement of his teammates. Guthrie gets ahead of him 0-2. And down and away. But Johnny Damon has 2,710 base hits. Question is, will he be able to play long enough to make a run at 3,000? He's now 37 years old. 1-2, high pop-up, foul ground wide at first. Reynolds gives it a look, and it's back in the crowd.
Well, I don't put anything past him because I know him to be a very cerebral kind of hitter. He doesn't have the prettiest swing you ever want to look at. He stands up there with that big open stance and he rocks back and forth. But he will look for one specific pitch to hit. And if he gets it in the right situation, that's when he'll hit you for power or beat you in a ball game. He'll go the opposite way. He's not an ego guy, but he kind of has a very good idea of what he's going to be thrown.
1-2, slap foul the other way as he fights off the fastball. There are his career numbers: 286 average, 229 home runs, and 1,110 RBIs. Drafted by Kansas City in the first round out of high school in 1992. 1-2 pitch is pulled foul past George Hendrick, and he broke his back. Damon played with the Royals and played very well in Kansas City, but then one of those salary issues, so they traded him to Oakland. And then after becoming a free agent, he headed east. 4 years with the Red Sox, and then, oh my God, he went from the Red Sox to the Yankees for 4 years. 1 year in Detroit, and now he's in his first year in Tampa Bay.
That's almost against the rules of baseball, isn't it?
Yep.
Especially in the American League East.
Guthrie ahead of him, a ball and 2 strikes, and he got him. Off speed pitch, and Damon out in front. Strikeout number 3 for Guthrie, and 2 down in the Tampa Bay second.
Pretty good pitch by Jeremy Guthrie, right over the top curveball. That's the toughest one to keep your eye on. You don't know if it's going to be a strike or not. He swings right over the top, and that's pretty much the same way that Patton got him out, even though Patton was left-handed. Got in a situation where he looked for the breaking ball, but Patton took a little bit off that curveball, got him out in front, and struck him out also.
Matt Joyce batting, 2 outs and none on. And a high pop-up, shallow right. Markakis, he'll come in and camp under it. And on 1 pitch, Joyce retired, and so are the Rays. 3 up, 3 down goes Tampa Bay for a second straight inning. Mid-second at Oriole Park, no score. for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA. Single season leader since 1974, most home runs by a shortstop, and I see a pattern on this list. A certain Hall of Famer 4 times made the list. Cal Ripken, 34 home runs in 91. Miguel Tejada equaled that in 2004. Cal 27 in 83, 84, and 87. J.J. Hardy 1 shy of 27. And if he gets that, that'll be a new career high for J.J. So pretty select company there for J.J. Hardy. And here's Matt Wieters leading off in the Orioles second. And Davis misses low. Matt has hit in 2 in a row. He is 2 for 7. And both those hits are home runs. And a foul back out of play. 1-1 to count. Well, Matt Wieters in this series, 2 out of 7, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Batting left-handed, he hit one into the Orioles bullpen, and then, of course, last night got into that pitch and hit it out to left. And that broke the tie and gave the Orioles the win. And he hits it to left field, going back on it as Sam Fold. He's got to play, and he puts it away for the out. So Wieters retired and 1 away. Here's Chris Davis, who's playing at third base. He did not start in last night's game against David Price. And he's got 4 home runs on the year combined between Texas and the Orioles. He has 1 home run as an Oriole.
We haven't seen a lot of that power swing so far since he's been here, but he did have a torn labrum at one point, or it's a problem, a sore labrum at least.
Those last 4 games, 6 out of 14 with 3 doubles and 3 RBIs. So trying to find that consistency late in the year. 2 good cuts with 2 foul balls.
Well, his kind of swing, you need a lot of rhythm and a lot of timing to make it work, because he drops those backhands during the course of his windup, and his swing is almost straight up at times. So it's going to be tough for him to maintain any kind of a consistent hit streak if he doesn't have any timing or rhythm at all.
Davis gets ahead of him 1-2. And he hits it to left field, slicing down the line. A long run for Fold, but it's back out of play.
One thing he showed us in Kansas City when he hit his first home run, that he doesn't really even have to hit it very good to get it out of the ballpark. He just has to hit it high in the air. He has got tremendous power. Even though we have good power on this ball club, I don't think anybody equals him on this team.
1-2 is popped up, shallow left. Out goes Longoria, the third baseman, who is at shortstop, and he's got it for the out. So 2 down in the Orioles second.
Here's the outfield for the Rays. Fold in left, B.J. Upton in center, Joyce will be in right, Longoria at third base. You just saw him. Brignac at short, Ben Zobrist at second, Casey Kochman at first, Jazo at behind the plate, Jazo, excuse my pronunciation, and Davis on the mound.
Mark Reynolds, 2 outs and nobody on, swings through it. Davis averages about 5 strikeouts per game, and he got the big double play to end the first inning threat for the Orioles. The Birds had 2 on and none out and couldn't score. Ball low. Tampa Bay first in the American League in team pitching. Joe Maddon's club at 3.56 with the ERA. And to supplement that, they're also first in the American League in team fielding. There's David Price, who for some reason has had a tough year against the Orioles. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
A couple of back-to-back games, he struck out 14. Had a pretty good game and ended up losing 3-2. Made pitches just like this one that you see right here. Backed up curveball on the inside corner for a strike.
2-2 is fouled back. Tampa Bay has 62 wins from its starters. And their starters' ERA is also the best in the league at 3.47. And That's why they have a chance to win every day, because their starters give them a chance to win every day. And a bouncer foul. There was an interesting column in the New York Daily News today trying to handicap matchups in the playoffs, and John Harper, who's one of their national baseball writers, said if you're the Yankees, you're sitting there right now hoping that Tampa Bay does not catch the Red Sox, because if you're Tampa Bay and you go into a series with the Yankees and you have this pitching that Tampa Bay has, that's going to be a tough series for anybody. And there's a pop-up, shallow right, going back is Zobrist, and he's got it for the out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Wade Davis. We played 2 on a Wednesday night at Camden Yards. No score. By Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Moneyball, starring Brad Pitt, in theaters September 23rd, rated PG-13. No score. The Orioles have the game's only hit on a Matt Engel bunt single. Guthrie's retired 6 in a row to begin his game, and he'll go to work now on Casey Kochman. Jaso and Brignac will follow in the third. It's a little low, 1-0. Kochman's got a 4-game hitting streak going, 5 out of his last 15, and that .313 average tied for 6th best in the American League. He's having a real good first year for Tampa Bay. 1-1 on the strike.
I don't think there's anybody that has a more intent look on his face when he steps into the batter's box than Casey Kochman. He looks like he's struggling just to get into the batter's box with all those facial expressions.
At 28 years old, he has been well traveled over the past few years. Hard hit ball right at Andino, who plays the hop. Kochman's out and 1 away in the Tampa Bay third. Fans, on Friday, the Angels are in town, 7:05. Don't miss the final Friday night game of the season, the home game, 2011. Gather up your family and friends and experience one more exciting Friday night before the season comes to an end. You can get your tickets in advance and save by calling 888-848-BIRD or online at Orioles.com. And the starting pitching matchup for Friday, Dan Herron looks for his 16th win, and Tommy Hunter trying to get his 4th. And Kochman retired. Jaso takes ball 1. Jaso's got a 4-game hitting streak going, so Joe Madden puts him in there. Back-to-back nights. Tampa Bay is 12th in the league in batting. They would love to be able to get some better production out of their catching spot in the batting order, but their catchers do such a good job with the pitching, it benefits them in that regard, as Engel gets that pop-up. And 2 down in the third inning. Well, it's time for our Hankook Tires Game Flow, sponsored by Hankook Tires. Be one with it, Hankook Tires. And the game flow of this game right now, all about Jeremy Guthrie when he's on the mound. 8 up, 8 down, and 3 strikeouts. As Guthrie looks to win his 8th on the year. He has 17 losses on the year. That is more than any pitcher in Major League Baseball. Trying to finish strong and win his 8th of the year tonight. There's Reed Brignac, who takes a strike.
Usually early on in ball games, you can tell when Jeremy Guthrie is keeping the ball down, he kind of gets locked into that position where he's not up in the strike zone. We've seen it before. You and I, we talk about it. You just kind of wonder why Jeremy Guthrie can't seem to keep the ball down consistently as good as he is. But when he is on, it's very, very tough to score runs off of him. When he's up in the strike zone, it seems like they score him so easy.
Brignac's first appearance in this series, and he fouls it off, and it's 1-2. And a disappointing year for Brignac. They gave him the job at shortstop when they traded Jason Bartlett to the Padres, and not only has he lost the job full time, he even spent part of the year in AAA. Guthrie deers 1-2 and a line drive and a base hit to right field. So a pitch up in the zone when he was ahead in the count, and Brignac gets on. It's Tampa Bay's first base runner. The dreaded base hit on a 1-2 pitch by Guthrie. Jeremy in his career against Tampa Bay is 6-10, and those 10 losses are the most versus any opponent that Jeremy has faced in his career. Sam Fuld, the leadoff man, flied out to right field his first at bat. And Guthrie gets ahead 0-1. This year, as Rick mentioned earlier, Guthrie beat the Rays on opening night in Tampa. And since then, in 4 starts, he has not won. He is 0-3 with a no decision since that win on April 1st.
I think everybody expected after that first series that Tampa Bay was really going to, really go downhill after, losing Carlos Pena and Carl Crawford and Matt Garza, that this organization was really on its way down for a while, and this is where the Orioles were going to make a stride at least and stay ahead of them. But they turned things around so fast and made everybody a believer with that consistent pitching.
Well, Fuld goes down on strikes on 3 pitches. That ends the inning. Guthrie with 4 strikeouts. Base hit by Brignac, a man left. Mid-third at Camden Yards. Raids and O's are scoreless. On the lower level concourse on the third base side. Fans can order and receive customizable jerseys and t-shirts using their favorite former or current Orioles logos and art. Plus, fans can mark special occasions at Oriole Park with T-shirts customized to that day or that night's game. For an exciting, one-of-a-kind Birdland keepsake, stop by the new T-shirt shop here at Oriole Park. You might have a T-shirt like that, or a J.J. Hardy T-shirt, or a Nolan Reimold T-shirt, or a Rick Dempsey T-shirt. Reimold takes inside, and his bat has been coming around. Last 5 games, he's got 5 for 14, a .357 clip with a home run and 2 RBIs. Leading off here in the Oriole third. And this one's ripped to left field. Fold is back on it. It's over his head. It's gone! It hit the top of the wall and got out of here for a home run.
Oh, what a bullet that was. Nolan Reimold caught a breaking ball and just smoked it. The left fielder thought he was going to have a play on this ball. And that's the kind of power he has. What a swing that was. That is hard a hit ball as you're ever going to see right there. Look at it hanging right in the upper part. He gets all of this ball right here and just kills it. Didn't look like it was going to have enough time to get up into the seats. And watch it just catch the top of the fence and bounce into the seats. Whew, that ball was hit hard.
And Dino, first ball swinging, pops it up. The second baseman, Ben Zobrist, calls, and he's got it near the line for the out, 1 away. For Nolan Reimold, that's his 10th home run on the year. And it gives the Orioles a 1-0 lead. Wade Davis, he has struggled with the long ball on the year. That's the 21st home run he's allowed. Matt Engel swings through it. It's 0-1. So Nolan Reimold staying hot late.
You would like to see him be that aggressive all the time. Sometimes he gets to thinking too much and looking for breaking balls in fastball situations. And that's what we've seen the last couple of games, is taking fastballs, and that's not his game at all.
So Reimold's home run is 10th, puts the Orioles on top. And Engel fouls it back. Good aggressive cut, and it's 0-2. This has been a really strange season for Wade Davis. He lost his first 2 starts. Then over his next 5 starts, he went 4-0. Then over the next 5 starts, he went 0-3. Then he won 3 straight starts. Then in 9 starts, as he misses outside the angle, he went 1-3 before winning his last 2 starts. So he's been consistent in the sense that he's Mr. Streak. He either can't put together wins or he can't avoid putting back-to-back losses together. Bouncer towards first. The race is on. Hotchman to Davis, who gets there ahead of Engel, and 2 men down. And that's how I guess you end up at 10-8, 5-4 at home, and 5-4 on the road.
Well, you still look at the consistency of the ball club when he's on the mound, and they have won 7 out of his last 8 starts. They've been 7-1 in games in which he started, and that's really what it's all about. It isn't about each one of them going out there and winning the games and putting that win in their column. It's about the ball club winning games, and that's what he's done for him so far.
J.J. Hardy takes a strike. J.J. drew a 4-pitch walk his first at-bat. And he chases a pitch outside. It's 0-2. Davis has struck out 1. He has walked 1. The walk did not hurt because he got a double play ball off the bat of Guerrero, and the home run by Reimold this inning, the game's first run. Ground ball slowly hit towards the middle, nearly hit the base, but Zobrist has it, and he gets it to first for the final out as Hardy is retired. But Nolan Reimold, the line drive home run off the top of the wall, his 10th, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead. for the achiever in you. Last night at Frederick in Game 1 of the Carolina League Championship round, Kinston beat the Keys 3-1. So Kinston takes a 1-0 lead. Now Game 2 scheduled for tonight at Frederick before they head to Kinston. That game is in a rain delay. Rick Zagoni will make that start tonight for the Frederick Keys. So the Keys really need to win tonight. You don't want to go on the road for the next 3 games needing to win all 3. B.J. Upton leads off against Guthrie and takes low. Upton called out on strikes his first at-bat, one of 4 strikeouts for Guthrie over the first 3 innings. Ball 2 outside.
Well, what a miserable start for B.J. Upton at the beginning of this season. He just could not seem to get that batting average over 200, but as of late, his last 9 games, he's hit almost 500, 15 for 33 at a 455 pace, a couple of home runs and 10 RBIs, which moved him right up to the top of the batting order.
This is the big inning for Guthrie after his team scored to have a shutdown inning. 2-1 on Upton. And he misses inside, ball 3. Like Wade Davis, Guthrie has been hurt by the home run this year. He's allowed 24 on the year, and he's allowed at least 1 home run in 18 of his starts. And he misses high, ball 4. So the leadoff walk after his team got him a lead, and B.J. Upton will take first base. Don't miss the final 2110 Utah Street, presented by Southwest Airlines. Comes your way Saturday with the Angels in town at 7:05. For one price, you get the reserved Utah Street bleacher seat and the exclusive 2110 Utah Street t-shirt. Now, space is limited. For your tickets, 888-848-BIRD, or get online at Orioles.com. Well, there's 21. 10 is still sitting it out with a sore thumb. Although Buck Showalter did say before the game, if he needs in the pinch hit, Adam Jones will be available tonight. Evan Longoria takes a strike. He struck out his first at-bat. Slow bouncer towards second. Andino has 1 play. He'll go to first to get Longoria. And 1 away. Well, Adam Jones, before the game today, received the award as the Orioles recipient of the Roberto Clemente Award. That's an award for community service. And Adam is a finalist, one of 30 finalists for the Major League Roberto Clemente Award. That award will be announced at the World Series. So congratulations to Adam Jones, real good guy. Donates $5,000 a year to Orioles Reach Game Day Experience. He works with Barks, the Boys and Girls Clubs, reviving baseball in inner cities. So he is a busy man away from the field. Roberto Clemente Day, September 14th, 2011. So congratulations to Adam Jones, an award well received by him. It's a little low. 2-0 on Ben Zobrist. So Upton on that bounce out by Longoria in scoring position. And Zobrist, the cleanup batter, up with 82 RBIs. 2-0 is high, ball 3.
Now you talk about a guy who is really becoming very comfortable hitting against the Orioles, and we've seen him the last couple of years be able to sit on pitches. He's got 10 career home runs against the Orioles already and hitting a lifetime 284. And is to become one of the tougher hitters in their lineup to deal with now.
And Guthrie in the first 3 innings did not go to 3 balls on any of the 10 batters he faced. And now in this inning he's walked 2 batters. So 2 of the 3 batters have walked. Upton on 5 pitches, Zobrist on 4 pitches. And here's Johnny Damon. And Guthrie spins and looks Upton back to the base. BJ has 29 steals, 7th most in the American League. And that's low, and Wieters goes down to get it.
And I talked in his first at bat about how he will look for pitches in certain situations. So you can't pitch him the same way every single time up. And you got two people on base right now. With 2 strikes, if it gets there, he'll look for that same breaking ball that Jeremy Guthrie struck him out with the first time up.
Wieters now will go out to the mound to talk with Guthrie. Showalter looking on, trying to get this rubber game. Upton has attempted to steal third base 6 times this year, and he's been successful 4 of those 6. 1-0 is low, ball 2. So Guthrie, who had outstanding command for the first 3 innings, really struggling with it here in the 4th. Upton at second, the tying run. Zobrist at first, the go-ahead run. Oh, good off-speed pitch.
Well, it really was. He kept the ball down in the strike zone right below the knees with the curveball. He got the strikeout on that pitch in Johnny's first at bat. And I just don't think he's going to be able to get it in the second at bat.
Slaps it foul, 2-2.
Kind of nice to see Jeremy in this situation with 2 strikes going with a different pattern, because that's the way you've got to get Johnny Damon thinking up there, that he isn't going to get the pitch that he's always looking for.
Well, from 2-0, he's back in the count at 2-2. 2 on him, 1 out. And he got him. Damon down on strikes. Big out for Guthrie, and 2 away. What a comeback, down 2-0, and he struck him out.
Well, it really was, and good to see that Jeremy Guthrie's out there thinking just as much as Johnny Damon is. He knows him from years of experience that he will look for pitches. He threw the fastball by him that time, got him the first time with the curveball.
So it's up to Matt Joyce. First and second, 2 down now. Joyce flied out to Markakis to end the second. Ball 1 inside. The Orioles stay home after the game tonight, as the Angels will come to town for the weekend. Tampa Bay will head to Boston. The Red Sox lost to the Blue Jays 5-4. Toronto with 3 late runs. So Boston has now lost 6 out of 7, and the Red Sox are 3-10 in September. And Tampa Bay, getting hot, has crawled back in the race. Striking the outside corner, 2-1. And here's the updated wild card standings. So Tampa Bay 3 down in the loss column pending the outcome of this game here. So they'll either get to 3 out or fall back to 4 out if the Orioles win this game. Here's the 2-1. It's hit towards the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here's Upton to score. Zobrist is being sent. That one goes all the way to the wall. And Matt Joyce with a huge base hit. A 2-out, 2-run double to give Tampa Bay the lead. So the 2 walks come in the score.
Matt Joyce gets on this fastball on the outside corner. He pulls it a little bit to the gap in right center field. B.J. Upton, he's going to score easily on this ball. And right behind him, Ben Zobrist, who scores. And there you go, Jim. Both walks end up scoring on the double again.
And Joyce in the scoring position for Casey Kotchman. Rips it foul. A long, loud strike.
And one pattern I think that the Orioles have really got to think long and hard about going into next season is how many runs they give up with 2 outs already in the inning.
Well, that's now 291 on the year with the 2 here in this inning, and that is the most in the league. Foul at the plate. In fact, it is the most in the major leagues, not only the American League, the major leagues. And it comes in the very next at bat for Tampa Bay after the Orioles got Guthrie a 1-0 lead. Oh, 0-2 on Kochman. And a weak ground ball hit the second. Andino to his left. He'll get it to Reynolds, and that ends it. A 2-walk score and a 2-run double by Matt Joyce. Mid-fourth at Camden Yards, 2-1 Rays. Kenny McLean of the Tigers, the first 30-game winner since Dizzy Dean in 1934, 1969. The Orioles clinched the first ever AL East title, beating the Indians 7-3. And in 1986, Bo Jackson of the Royals, his first career home run. This date in baseball history brought to you by Verizon Fios. Switch to Fios, a network ahead. To learn more, visit Verizon.com/getFios. Nick Markakis leads off for the Birds, and Davis misses high. Orioles now down by a run. Markakis, Guerrero, Wieters. Nick struck out his first at bat. And got a piece of John Jaso. Most hits in his first 6 seasons with the Orioles. And if you count in the St. Louis Browns, George Sisler, 1915 to 1920, Markakis has more than anybody. 1,057. And only Markakis and Sisler have topped 1,000 hits in their first 6 seasons in the Browns/Orioles franchise. Davis gets ahead 1-2. And a foul back this way.
You talk about a constant career of adjustments. Nick Markakis, and I remember coaching first base in this first half of season. He was 1 game away from getting sent back to AAA ball. He put 4 hits up on the board that night, and he hasn't stopped hitting ever since. And he has an uncanny ability to get multiple hit games. He has been amazing when he gets a hit in his first time up.
Fouls it back. Count holds 2-2. Wade Davis drafted in the 3rd round in 2004. And his first major league win was right here at Camden Yards. September the 17th of 2009. And not only did he win it, he pitched a shutout. Ground ball towards the hole. Kochman, a diving stop. Gets up and fires to Davis with the long arms. He got Markakis. Kochman just took a base hit away and 1 down.
Pretty good play by Casey Kochman. He goes to his right, dives and knocks this ball down, and then just fires a bullet right over the bag. Says, Wade Davis, you just better be there on time. Another look at it. pretty good play by both of those guys together to get Nick Markakis.
Pretty nice to have a 6'5" target running towards you.
That might help.
So 1 down as Markakis grounds out. There's Vladimir, who short-circuited a rally in the first inning, bouncing into an inning-ending double play. And fouls it back. Vladimir's got a 2-game hitting streak going. He has 21 hits and 9 RBIs in his last 15 games. And a good breaking ball there, and it's 0-2. Wade Davis in 2009, when he was promoted to the big leagues, he made 4 starts and he went 2-2. And both wins were against the Orioles. And a foul, he just did get a piece.
One thing you see from most of these Tampa Bay pitchers is that curveball that you just saw right there. 12-6. You don't see too many of them that throw the slurve, which is more like a 3/4 curveball. Or kind of a slider with a little bit more break to it.
Jim Hickey with David Price. And Guerrero again protecting and fouls it off. Vladimir trying to finish strong and show the baseball world that he's deserving of his services next year. He's 36 years old. If he does get an offer to play next year, almost definitely will be an American League team because he hasn't played defense 1 day all year for the Orioles.
You're kind of hoping that somewhere down the road he'll regain that power swing that he hasn't seemed to have all season long. Only 12 home runs on the season so far is well under his average per season.
He's had 12 seasons in his career in which he's hit 25 or more. And he's had 8 seasons in which he's hit 30. 2-2 is swept foul. He hit 29 last year for Texas. And as Rick mentions, 12 this year for the Orioles. But Davis can't put him away. And a bouncer towards third, slowly hit. Longoria, barehanded pickup. He fires low, and Vladimir is on as Kochman couldn't play the bounce. That was a tough play for Longoria, even with Guerrero running, because he knew he had to barehand it.
Well, you see right there, Longoria has to play him back. He's just got too much power. 2 strikes on the hitter. Certainly not going to bunt. It turns out to be a swinging bunt. He comes in, barehands it. Makes the best throw he possibly can. That short hops Kochman, takes off of his right arm into shallow right field.
And Vladdy's saying, come on, Wayne, I can leg out a hit. I got that infield hit speed. Wayne's not buying it. 9-pitch at bat. Well, the tying run is on with 1 down, and Matt Wieters up.
It's really amazing how hard you'll see a player run when he hits that chopper down the third base line. When he smells that base hit, you're going to get the best effort 100% of the time.
Wieters takes ball 1. Now, I'm not going to say that Guerrero is not a stolen base threat, because the last time I did that, he stole the base.
He tried to steal a base.
No, he stole the base.
He stole the base.
It's the only one he has all year, but he did it right after I said that. So if he wants to run, go ahead. 1-0 in the dirt, knocked down by Jaso. Nicely done. Let's get a look at our American League leaders. Home runs this month. Matt Wieters with 4, trailing only Kinsler, Duncan, and Brett Morrill of the White Sox. Our league leaders brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Enjoy VIP seats and MVP eats every game at the all-new Skybox Sports Bar, only at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. 2-0 on Wieters. Ripped down the line. That is a fair ball, base hit, and it heads into the corner. Guerrero's heading to third. Willie Randolph sending him initially. Now he puts up the stop sign as Matt Joyce got to it and fired back in. Wieters with a double. The Orioles have second and third and only one down.
Not really much chance for Guerrero to score on this ball. Hit very hard down into the corner. You see the right fielder playing this ball perfectly off the wall. And Joyce picks it up. You'll see it caroms off the wall and actually comes back to him just enough to keep Guerrero from getting that extra step or two that he needed to score.
Well, Vladimir, you saw the replay from the lower angle that Willie Randolph was sending him so he wouldn't break stride, and then when he saw that relay throw was coming in, then he put on the brakes. The stop sign went up. Here's Chris Davis. Now back, and it's 0-1.
Now this is where he really has to look for a pitch and get it and don't miss it. There can't be any guessing up here and pop the ball up or swing and miss. You've got to make good solid contact even if you have to cut your swing down.
Late on the fastball there as Davis blew it by him, and it's 0-2.
See, it just looks like he gets fooled in that situation, and something that these young hitters are going to have to do in the future when they're up against a guy that's had so much success to get him is look for one pitch that you know you're going to get and hit it where it's pitched.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Fold near the wall, and that ball is gone. A 3-run shot for Davis. The Orioles get the lead right back. How about that swing on an 0-2 pitch?
Well, Chris Davis finally kept his hands up one time as he went into his rocking motion and swing. And it's a fastball trying to get him to swing at it up out of the zone. And he just see his hands stay on top of that ball. And that's all he has to do. He doesn't even hit this ball good, and it's still 10 rows deep left center field. How easy did that look?
His second Oriole home run, his fifth on the year, and the Orioles have a 4-2 lead. An infield hit, a double, and a 3-run homer. Reynolds, so the Orioles benefiting from 2 long balls in this game. Reimold solo home run last inning, and Chris Davis with a 3-run shot here in the 4th. And Reynolds swings and misses. So Davis 2 home runs on the night, 22 on the year.
Well, I sure hope that Chris Davis will take a look at that swing again when he gets a chance to check the video again. Is how well, watch his hands stay on top of this ball. He doesn't drop them at all right there, and he just flips at it, and he knows that ball is gone right away.
That's a strong dude.
Oh, he is tremendously strong.
Reynolds down on strikes.
Coyote ugly strong.
And 2 down, second strikeout for Wade Davis.
Good pitch on the outside corner. Not much of the plate this time. He's not going to give Reynolds a chance to go back-to-back home runs. He keeps that breaking ball out of the zone, gets the strikeout.
So here is Reimold. And the strike. Here's the 0-1. Hit slowly toward shortstop. Brignac gets a nice charity hop, and he gets Reimold, and that ends the inning. But not before Chris Davis hits his first home run since August the 2nd. 2 home runs as an Oriole, 2 left field shots. That's a 3-run, and the Orioles have the lead. AT&T, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. And by Navy Federal Credit Union. A loan from Navy Federal Credit Union makes car buying easy. Visit NavyFederal.org to calculate your payment. What a beautiful night downtown. The weather has stayed away from downtown, which is beneficial for the Orioles and the Rays, especially for the Rays on getaway day. And Guthrie gets ahead 0-1 on the leadoff hitter, John Jaso. Jaso, Brignac, and Fold in the fifth. Guthrie now has a 2-run lead. And he went too far on a half swing, and it's 0-2. Jaso flied out his first at bat. And the 0-2 is a little low, ball and 2 strikes. So let's see if Jeremy now has a shutdown inning. He had a tough inning with his command in the fourth, and the 2 walks came around the score, but now he has the lead back, and he gets Jaso. There you go. Right at him, challenged him. His 6th strikeout already and 1 away.
Well, the last time Jeremy Guthrie pitched a ball game, he had 5 strikeouts too, and most of them are coming off of this fastball that he uses late in the count, and again he used it right there against Jaso. And he seems to be setting himself up well because he's throwing so many good pitches with the breaking ball. They have to look for it with 2 strikes, and therefore that good 96-mile-an-hour fastball, he just blows it right by him.
Strike 1 to Reed Brignac. Brignac singled his first at bat, one of the 2 Tampa Bay hits.
You know, you make a good point, Jim, too, when you talk about when the Orioles score runs for Jeremy, the next inning is very critical for him. He has a history of giving up runs after they score runs for him.
To Markakis in right. Nick is there for the out, and 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Masson would like to thank its fans who have followed along all season on Facebook, Twitter, and via the mobile alerts. And on September 16th, 17th, and 18th, fans at Camden Yards will receive opportunities to win exclusive Oriole prizes. So make sure you're following us at Facebook.com/MassonOrioles, Twitter.com/MassonOrioles, and text O-Social to 29292 for all the details. And Sean Rodriguez now is pinch hitting for Sam Folds. So Joe Madden, knowing the importance of this game, going to his bench early. And 1-1 the count.
When we look back at the 4th inning of this ball game, and that's when Tampa Bay scored 2 of their runs, but it was preceded by 2 walks where Jeremy Guthrie just basically lost his release point, got behind in the count to 2 hitters, B.J. Upton and Ben Zobrist. He puts them on base, and then Matt Joyce hits a high fastball, drives it into right center field for a double and 2 RBIs. But that's how Jeremy Guthrie loses control of his game. When he puts it back together like he is now, he can go through 3 or 4 innings of pretty good baseball.
Two and 2 with 2 down. Outside on a check swing, ball 3. So we'll have to see if Fold left with an injury, if Joe Madden just elected to pinch hit for him. 3-2 is popped up a mile high. Who's it going to be? Wieters taking charge, and he's got it. So Wieters has it. 3 up, 3 down. Go Tampa Bay. Mid-5th at Camden Yards. The Orioles have a 4-2 lead. Tampa on its way to Boston off back-to-back losses. And hi, everybody, Jim Hunter and Rick Dempsey. And what a thrill those opportune home runs are when your team hits them. Reimold hit a solo shot, that laser beam out of here. And how about Chris Davis on an 0-2 pitch, strong enough to get the barrel on it and hit it out?
Well, if you just think, if he really starts to improve his mechanics at swinging at the ball and keeping his hands high in the strike, how much fun is it going to be to watch this guy swinging? If he ever really gets a hold of one, I don't even know if the Camden building is in the right spot. He might hit one over that roof.
Did I get the memo correctly? It was lavender tie night. Is that what it is on Wednesdays?
Absolutely. I mean, you're looking pretty good, as a matter of fact. Where'd you get that tie?
Well, the thing about this game now is Jeremy Guthrie has to hold down Tampa Bay and not give up the opportune home run the other way.
Well, this is exactly right. Just don't walk anybody. He's having a great game so far.
Matt Joyce moves from right to left. Zobrist moves to right. And Sean Rodriguez goes to second. All that to replace Sam Fold, who was in left field. And here is Andino popping it up. Kochman at first has a play. And one down in the Oriole fifth inning.
I got you.
So Andino is 0 for 2 on a couple of infield pop-ups and one down in the fifth. Well, Davis now will go to work on Matt Engel. And they pinch in on Engel after his bunt single in the first inning.
Well, he has achieved his goal by bunting and getting the base hit. He is going to force the infield in on him as much as they possibly can now. 1 ball and no strikes on him. You know that was just a fake to make sure that they came in and played a little bit tighter.
2-0 is pulled down the line. That's a fair ball. Base hit. That's heading all the way to the corner. Angle can fly, and he's going to hit the second with a double. Zobrist plays it back in.
Wow, what a quick bat that was on that pitch. Inside on him again. I think people think they can throw the ball by him in there because he doesn't look, very strong. But there it is. You left that fastball up on the inside half, and he hits a bullet down into the right field corner.
So Engel in scoring position. He's 2 out of 3. And here is J.J. Hardy. Orioles now looking for add-on runs. And a tapper foul.
Well, now would be a time when you would want Matt Engel to try to find a good way to get a good jump and maybe steal third base and be down there with less than 2 outs with J.J. Hardy hitting.
Jim Hickey on the bullpen phone in the Tampa Bay dugout. Hardy swings through at 0-2. See, Rodriguez, the second baseman there, is trying to stay close to the bag to keep Engel as close as he can. 0-2 is lifted to center field. Upton is there. Engel will tag to draw a throw. Engel bluffs going, and there's the throw going all the way in. So 2 down on the fly ball out in the fifth. Orioles reach, and the Orioles advocates will hold their annual cardboard to leather collection Saturday here at Camden Yards before the Angels game. Volunteers will be at each gate. They'll accept donations of new and gently used baseball and softball equipment as well as monetary donations. And a silent auction will be held inside Gate E beginning when the gates open and end at 8:30 p.m. And that features memorabilia from current Orioles, including Markakis, Jones, Wieters, and more. For all the details, just go online, OriolesReach.com. And here's Markakis, runner at second and 2 down. Breaking ball is low. Well, the wind kicking up a little bit. See the flag in center field, the American flag that's above the bullpens blowing towards right center. strike taken at the knees. Of course, what we always look for to wonder if weather is imminent is what's the ground crew doing? And right now, the ground crew, they're just hanging out in their ground crew shed out there in right field. Well, they don't seem too terribly upset about the wind kicking up at the moment, but if those guys start moving, we'll know something's heading here. There's a bouncer slowly hit towards first. Kochman has it. They'll flip to Davis. Markakis is out, and the inning is over. So 1 out, double, and a man left. We played 5 at Camden Yards. The Orioles with a 4-2 lead. By Verizon, America's largest and most reliable wireless network. And the flags have picked up. Mentioned the Frederick Keys at home tonight in the Carolina League Championship Series, and that game was delayed by rain at the start, so the weather definitely in the Baltimore area, but fortunately it stayed away from downtown. There's B.J. Upton leading off in the Tampa Bay 6th. Guthrie and the Orioles have a 2-run lead. And it's outside 1-0. B.J. walked and scored in the 4th. He walked leading off that inning. And a broken bat pop-up foul, and that's going to just make the seats. A couple of rows back over the Oriole dugout.
Well, I really like to see Jeremy Guthrie late in these ball games stick with that fastball. He got a lot of good life still left on the fastball. The velocity is still there, and the location has been better than the last couple of games that he has struggled in. He's keeping the fastball down right now.
Upton had to get another bat. Needed to put some pine tar on it. Look at there, monitoring Guthrie. He's got the chart. There's the 1-1. It's a fastball for a strike, and it's 1-2. And B.J. Upton's got to be furious right now, because just as Guthrie was going to release that pitch, a napkin blew in front of the mound. See the baseball coming towards him. There's the napkin. It's now on the third base side. That blew right across the mound as Guthrie delivered that pitch. 1-2 is pop foul.
Well, he is really going after him with the fastball. And I like that, because sooner or later he's going to see the breaking ball and it's going to fool him. But he is really throwing a lot of good fastballs right now, down, a lot of movement.
And another foul ball.
Boy, another thing I really love seeing is Matt Wieters behind the plate, showing him exactly where he wants the fastball, below the strike zone with the glove. And that's really going to pay a lot of dividends when you start working your pitchers like this low in games.
Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Bill Miller, a little delayed call, and then the style punch out. Strikeout number 7 for Guthrie.
Watch this target down. I want it on the ground. And Jeremy Guthrie not right on the ground, but perfect. Look at the height of that breaking ball. Is right at the bottom of the knees going through the strike zone. That's an outstanding strikeout. I get excited when I see pitches like that. Go sit down, BJ. You can't complain about that. It's a perfect pitch.
Broken bat bouncer towards Hardy off the bat of Longoria. And he's out on 1 pitch and 2 down. So Guthrie, since the 2-run double in the 4th, has retired 6 in a row.
Boy, it is real exciting for me to see Matt Wieters work a pitching staff like that late in ball games. This is something that takes a little while before the light goes on for any catcher, but nice to see Matt Wieters making the adjustment and showing these guys, take control of that strike zone, show them exactly where you want the ball, and you're going to get good pitches like Jeremy Guthrie just threw for that strikeout.
And it's taken outside by Zobrist, 1-0. The 7 strikeouts for Guthrie, his most in a game since he struck out 9 in Seattle on May the 31st. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1 on Ben Zobrist. Grounded towards first. That's a foul ball. It's only the 2nd time this year for Guthrie that he has struck out at least 7 in the game, with 9 the season high in Seattle. And that was the game that he allowed the 3-run home run to smoke. 3 unearned runs, and he pitched an 8-inning complete game loss. Here's Jake McGee getting loose. 1-2 is inside. Guthrie gets Zobrist to move the feet. Zobrist has flied out and walked. Strike 3 called. And Jeremy Guthrie has a 3-up, 3-down inning. 2 uncalled, strike 3. So Guthrie has refound the groove. Middle of the 6th. The Orioles lead at 4-2. For the Coors Light freeze cam, we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Nolan Reimold leading off, got one out over the plate, ripped the line drive to left. It hit the top of the wall, bounced into the stands for a solo home run. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. So for Nolan, his 10th home run on the year. That got the Orioles going. Here's Vladimir leading off. Wieters on deck, then Chris Davis against Wade Davis. Off-speed breaking ball, he swings and misses. Wade Davis has never lost a game in this ballpark. He is 4-0 in his 5 career starts at Camden Yards. But he trails here 4-2 in the 6th inning. And a base hit for Guerrero. His 2nd hit of the night, and it's a leadoff hit here in the 6th inning. Time now for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Well, let's see what we're going to learn here tonight. On September 29, 2009 in Tampa, Brian Roberts hit his 56th double of the season. But the rest of the story. It set a new Major League Baseball record for doubles by a switch hitter in a single season. It's a lot of doubles. The Orioles this year do not even have a hitter with 30 doubles, as Wieters takes down an in.
Well, I've often said it's just too bad that Brian Roberts wasn't born with 20 more pounds on that frame, because he'd have been the 40 home run guy that the Orioles needed, as he has an outstanding swing from both sides of the plate.
Good eye by Wieters, ball 2. Wieters doubled in the rally in the 4th, so he's 1 out of 2. He's now hitting 3 straight games. He's homered in each game in this series. It is the 3rd time this year that he has homered in back-to-back games. And he also has an RBI streak going. He's driven in a run in 3 straight games. Jim Presley really pleased with Matt Wieters and his consistency and the way that he's staying fresh at the plate late in the year despite all the catching he does. Buck Showalter before the game to make the point about how difficult it is to catch. He challenged the reporters to squat every time in the press box tonight that Wieters squats, and every time he stands up, stand up, and then keep doing it all night long and see how long you last. And not surprisingly, he had no takers. 2-2 on Wieters. Strike 3 called. Ooh, looked like a borderline pitch, and Wade Davis got the call. So 1 away on the strikeout.
You can see the target in the bottom of the strike zone, but even better than that, that curveball that goes through the upper part of the strike zone out in front of home plate. But by the time it got to the back, to the glove, it was just a little bit out of the strike zone.
Chris Davis will step in. His 3-run home run in the 4th erased the Rays lead and gave the Orioles a 4-2 advantage. And it's low. Let's get a look at our Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And in the 4th inning, 2 on and 1 out on an 0-2 pitch. Pitch up in the strike zone. He went with it and belted it out. Second Oriole home run, a 3-run shot to give the Orioles the lead. And the breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Well, pitchers will give up home runs, but the one that hurts the most is the go-ahead home run with 2 strikes and no balls.
Yep.
When you're trying not to throw a strike and they hit it anyway.
1-1 on Davis. And it could be a double play ball. There's the shortstop, Brignac to Longoria, back to first. That'll go 6-5-3 on the double play, and that erases the base runner. We'll head to the 7th, 4-2 Birds.
Arnold with a laser beam to left field over the left fielder's head off the top of the wall. Orioles up 1. Matt Joyce, touche, right back, double in the gap, 2-run score for Tampa Bay. But Chris Davis on top of a 2-strike, no-ball pitch. He drives it into the seats for a 3-run home run. The Orioles now lead 4-2.
So 4 runs on 7 hits, all 4 runs coming in on the 2 home runs. The solo for Raimo, 3-run for Davis. And Guthrie, 6 innings. He's got 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 runs on 2 hits. Johnny Damon in the 7th takes a strike. Guthrie's been very pitch efficient tonight, except for the 4th when he threw 23. That was the inning he walked to and allowed the 2 runs. Tapper, that's tough. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. And it's a foul ball.
Good call, Jim. They were listening to you, because it looked like it was going to be a base hit for sure. Copper right down the line. It stays on the grass for a while. Matt Wieters, no chance to make a play. You got to let it roll. It rolls off the edge and just enough velocity to get into foul territory.
So Nicole Sherry gets an assist on that one. Manicured the diamond perfectly, so that would roll foul.
Nicely done.
0-2 on Damon. Joyce and Kochman will follow. Ooh, that was close. Johnny Damon still has a lot of energy. 37 years old. And again, Guthrie misses 2-2.
You know, overall, he's really put together a pretty good ball game since that 4th inning. In fact, even before then, it was only the 2 walks that are really the blemish on this game. Outside of that, this has been one of his really, really strong efforts.
So he got ahead 0-2 and 3 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone, and Damon works it full. And he fouls it off, and he'll get another hack out.
Well, I like everything I see tonight about the way they're working this Tampa Bay lineup. Matt Wieters is saying, go ahead, give me a little bit more of the plate right here, and go ahead and challenge him with the fastball. Make them earn their way on.
Adair likes what he sees. This ball slicing foul down the line. So here's another prolonged at bat by a Tampa Bay hitter. Damon about to see the 9th pitch in this at bat since falling behind 0-2 on the first 2 pitches. And it's high ball 4. So he earns the walk. And that's a tough one after getting ahead 0-2. The Orioles have the day off tomorrow, but the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report will be on from 5:30 to 7. They'll recap the Orioles and Rays 3-game set and preview what's ahead for the weekend. Join Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Dave Johnson, and Mel Antonin. That's tomorrow at 5:30 here on Massey. So that brings the tying run to the plate. It was a leadoff walk in the 4th that got Tampa Bay going. Now a leadoff walk here in the 7th with Damon on. Well behind the runner, and Damon gets back in.
See this pitch right here. Matt Wieters tries to throw behind the runner and catch Johnny Damon sleeping, but you're not going to do that very often.
Sharply hit base hit into right field. Damon will hold at second, so 2 on and none out. Tying runs are on for Tampa Bay. Your favorite birds are back with their favorite dogs and cats. The 2012 Orioles Pet Calendar presented by Southwest Airlines. Pick up your 15-month calendar featuring your favorite O's and all the proceeds benefiting Barks, the Baltimore Animal Rescue and Care Shelter. To get your 2012 Pet Calendar, call 888-848-BIRD or visit Orioles.com. Look at Adair out for a chat. Here's left-hander Zach Phillips getting loose for the Orioles. How quickly an inning can turn. Jeremy Guthrie with no balls and 2 strikes on Johnny Damon. 3 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone. Then 3 foul balls and then a walk. And now he's given up a base hit. And the tying runs are on with nobody out. Kochman has grounded out twice. What Guthrie would love to get is another ground ball for a double play. See Andino at double play depth, but he's more towards the hole. There's a strike. Fastball in the outside corner.
Well, that's the secret to get through this inning right now is strike 1 and give yourself an opportunity to change some pitches. One of the best pitches you could orchestrate in a situation like this, if you're way ahead, is a straight changeup. If it has a little sink on it, a little movement, you'll get the batter out in front, you'll get that ground ball, and you'll get the double play.
Oh, good off-speed pitch.
Well, that was the changeup I was talking about right there. It's just he hasn't thrown it very often tonight, but you see it right here in this situation. Just enough movement to get him out in front. It's almost too bad he didn't make contact right there, but it certainly would have gone for a ground ball.
0-2 on Kochman. Nobody out and 2 on. 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Wieters. Well, Jeremy Guthrie with 17 losses, despite an ERA of 4.29, you would think that with 17 losses your ERA would be higher than that. But since 1990, lowest ERAs by most losses. Tim Leary had 19, Kirk McCaskill 19. This year Jeremy Guthrie 17 with a 4.29. One, 2, and he just got a piece.
Well, again, you saw the changeup right there, and what happens to Casey Kochman? He hits it off the end of the bat. So you know he's looking for something hard in this situation. Can almost stay with the changeup because he doesn't think he's going to throw it 2 times in a row.
Guthrie's now at 100 pitches as he works here in the 7th inning. One, 2 is swept foul. The way the bullpen has been pitching, Buck Showalter certainly doesn't mind going to the bullpen, but he'd prefer to go there if his starter can get through the 7th inning. So that way he can match up over the final 6 outs. Of course, Joe Madden, he's trying to figure out how do I first get this game tied and try to get the lead so I get a win and gain a game on Boston. 1-2 on Kochman. And he got him. Another off-speed pitch. Kochman said that ball bounced, but Bill Miller said no.
Another very good pitch by Jeremy Guthrie. He throws the changeup again down on the outside corner. He gets Kochman out in front. Look at no movement on that ball, not much spin at all, and that's what really takes it down low in the strike zone. So Jeremy Guthrie is using all his weapons tonight. He is really thinking well with Matt Wieters behind the plate tonight.
And our Dodge Ram Exmo brought to you by Ram Trucks, designed, tested, and proven to be the best trucks we've ever built. Ram. Now Jaso, the catcher, takes ball 1. Swings through it. Good movement on the fastball. 1-1 the count. So Guthrie now has 9 strikeouts. That ties the season high. One off his career high of 10. Foul off the shin guard of Matt Wieters. Willie Ayer joins Zach Phillips. Ball and 2 strikes on Jaso. just outside. Tampa Bay really does a good job of looking over pitches. I realize they've struck out 9 times tonight, but they've taken some close pitches that have gone their way. 2-2 high fly ball, shallow center field. Charging at his angle, Reimold as well, and Reimold cuts in front, and the taller of the two has it for the out. And Angle is very fortunate that he veered off, because if you're Matt Angle, the last guy you want to run into is Nolan Reimold.
Matt Angle is yelling. You can see it read his lips. I got it. I got it. And not a real good thing to do out there in left field with Nolan Reimold just to cut in front of him and take that ball. You just need to have a little bit better communication, because the center fielder is the boss. When he calls it, get out of the way.
Here's Brignac, the number 9 batter. Ball 1 inside. Whereas the center fielder, it's his ball if he can get it.
Well, he had it. There's no doubt. He had a little bit more of a run than Nolan did. But still,
he got there.
If you're going to be fundamentally sound, you've got to play the game the way it should be played. If the center fielder calls it, then he better be able to catch it.
And the other guy better get out of his way.
And he's got to get out of the way. If they run together and drop the ball, it's the left fielder's fault.
Wayne Kirby, the outfield coach, talking with Adam Jones, saying, you know, it's twice that we've seen that. It happened with Nick Markakis and Angle in right field the other day. Matt's just got to go home this offseason and grow. You know, that'll solve everything. Just grow about 6 inches. Can you do that at 25 years old? Maybe not. And it's high, 2-2. Either that or take voice lessons. I've got it.
I was going to go and say something clever like human growth hormone, but then again, we don't want that sort of thing. We're through that era.
2-2 is foul back. So if Guthrie could get Brignac, he'll end this threat. Low average with runners in scoring position. And 2 down in the inning. Strike 3 called, and Guthrie gets out of it. Ties a career high with his 10th strikeout. So 2 left stranded. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight, drink responsibly. Game flow is about Jeremy Guthrie. Jeremy Guthrie getting the called strike 3 of Brignac. That ends the threat in the 7th. And for Guthrie, he ties his career high with a 10 strikeout game. And hi, everybody, Jim Hunter and Rick Dempsey. And this really has the flavor of a playoff game because of how big this game is for Tampa Bay. They know if they get a win, they get a game on Boston. The Red Sox have already lost, and the Orioles up to the task here.
Well, I am especially excited the way Jeremy Guthrie is pitching tonight, and even more so about Matt Wieters, the way he is helping him in the strike zone, keeping that target below the strike zone, being cautious of the fact that how big his breaking ball is, hitting the bottom part of the strike zone. It's got him through this ball game to this point with 10 strikeouts, and that ties a career high for him.
And a real good job of Jeremy Guthrie getting out of that jam earlier in the game in the fourth when he walked two. He gave up the big 2-out base hit. Not the case here in the seventh. First 2 on, and he got out of it without a run.
And how about Chris Davis? Let's throw some of that in there right now. 3-run home run.
So here we go to the bottom of the seventh. Mark Reynolds' first ball swinging. Fly ball to right. There's Zobrist, and he has it. So on one pitch, Davis gets an out and one away. And there's Jim Johnson now getting loose in the Orioles bullpen. So Reynolds retired. He's 0 for 3. And that'll bring up Nolan Reimold. Reimold solo home run. He's also grounded out. And a high fastball, 1-0. Ball 2. Wade Davis still hanging around as he works here in the seventh inning. Good moving fastball there. It's another reason why Tampa Bay is so successful is their starters do such a good job consistently getting into the 6th and 7th, sometimes 8th inning. Of course, James Shields, he just leads the world in complete games. But what a difference it makes for your bullpen when your starters eat up the majority of the innings, game in and game out. Even with all the turnover in the bullpen from last year to this year. And a strike call. Little delayed call there by Bill Miller.
Well, this is one thing about Nolan Reimold. He's got an excellent eye at home plate. He takes his fastball on the inside corner. It is obviously well inside.
Which is why Reimold started going to first base. It was a ball. 3-2. And a foul back.
I would still like to see Nolan. I know he's fighting his way back to the swing he had 2 years ago when he hit 15 home runs for the Orioles. But I'd still like to see him be a little bit more aggressive on balls in the strike zone.
And he fouls it back.
Sort of like that. Because I just think if you get him in hit mode where he's not thinking too much about what he's going to be thrown, see the ball and hit it, we're going to see a lot more offensive production out of him.
Chris Davis talking with Jim Presley on the bench. And there's ball 4. So there's a 1-out walk as Reimold will take first base. The Orioles have just announced Dream Week, January 30th through February 4th. That'll be next spring in 2012, Sarasota, Florida. Your chance to join the team and live the dream as all the Dream Week participants join members of the 1992 Orioles on the field for a week of daily baseball drills, instruction, games, and more. Find out what it's like to be a major leaguer with your own personalized uniform, locker, clubhouse services, and even the chance to take the field here at Oriole Park next summer. For all the details, Orioles.com/Dream Week or call 888-848-BIRD. So that'll do it for Wade Davis. He will leave. And a pitching change at Oriole Park in the 7th. Debut yet another top pitching prospect in the Rays organization. He went 12-3 in the minor leagues this year, 1.92 ERA, and you see those stats there at AAA Durham, a left-hander with a lot of promise.
Well, you see in his last 10 appearances, he's been scored on 6 times. He's not getting a lot of opportunity to pitch. He's only been in 7 games in the last 31 so far for Joe Maddon.
So Reimold on at first. Moore takes over for Davis, who goes 6 1/3. And here will be the first pitch that Matt Moore throws as a major leaguer. And it's a strike taken by Andino.
Well, you might wonder why Joe Maddon brought the left-hander in to face a right-hander. Has everything to do with Nolan Reimold at first base. He cannot afford to get him into scoring position and let him have an easy stolen base with a left-hander too standing in the on-deck circle.
Matt Angle waits on deck. Matt Moore, the last 2 seasons, led minor league pitchers in strikeouts. This year, he was second with 210 strikeouts. He was rated as Tampa Bay's second best prospect coming into this season, trailing only Jeremy Hellickson, who has been in the rotation all year. Wade Davis goes 6 1/3. This ball slicing towards right center field, but Upton will get to it. And he has it for the out, and 2 down in the Orioles 7th. Tell you what, this guy has really developed. An 8th round pick. He's out of New Mexico.
Well, he has showed already that he can strike people out. With 20 strikeouts and 15 innings pitched since his call-up. Very, very hard sweeping slider. Good velocity on his fastball. So they're hoping if they can get him in the strike zone consistently, he'll become one of their big left-handers out of the bullpen.
So throw to first, chasing Reimold. And it's low, 1-0. Matt Angle's got 2 hits. He's got a bunt single and a double. So his bunt takes low, 2-0. Dino and Jones. I wonder if Adams driving anybody crazy on the bench. He loves to play. Hasn't been able to get in there the last few days. This is the 5th consecutive start he's missing. He did get in the game last night. You see he's got the wrap on the thumb, the right thumb. Coach Showalter said he was dramatically improved today, but still not in the starting lineup. 3-1 on the strike. And a bouncer to second base. Big hop there for Rodriguez, and he'll get Angle, and that ends the inning. So Matt Moore comes on. He gets 2 outs. Welcome to the big leagues, Mr. Moore. A walk, a man left. Will head to the 8th. It's a 2-run game. win his 8th on the year. He goes 7 innings, only 3 base hits. He allowed 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 of the walks scored. And for Jeremy Guthrie, a career-high tying 10 strikeouts. And he got out of a jam in the 7th to end his outing. He walked Damon, then a base hit by Joyce, so 2 on and none out. But he came back. He had a strikeout of Kochman, a fly ball out by Jaso, and then he got Brignac on a called strike 3 for his 10th strikeout. So he is in line to win his 8th on the year. An outstanding effort tonight for Jeremy Guthrie. Here's our State Highway Administration call to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen reminds you to be street smart. Always use crosswalks when walking, and when driving, be alert for pedestrians.
So here's Jim Johnson on the mound up for Jeremy Guthrie, and what an outstanding job he has done as of late. His last 48 appearances, he's dropped his ERA from 5.1 to 2.7, almost microscopic. And what a sinker he has right now.
John Rodriguez, who took over for Sam Fold, who left with a right wrist injury, popped up. Reynolds has a play in foul ground, and he's got it for the out, 1 away. Well, we talked about how well the bullpen has been pitching, and Guthrie getting through 7. Over the last 8 games, the Orioles bullpen combined 3-1 with 3 saves and a 0.92 ERA. They also have a long homerless stretch going. Haven't allowed a home run since September 5th at New York, when Jim Johnson allowed a home run to Jesus Montero. So 31 consecutive innings pitched, now add a third to that, since allowing a home run from the bullpen. And when you're trying to get those precious outs late in the game, that's how you hold on to leads.
Really, and strike 1 is the biggest key. And Jim Johnson, all of these guys coming out of the bullpen have been ahead in the count mostly, mixing all their pitches, keeping them down the strike zone. It just doesn't get any better than it's been since the Yankee series.
B.J. Upton has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out twice and he has walked. Ball 2.
And as I watch Jim Johnson come into ball games, and he's really throwing the ball well, great velocity and a tremendous sink on the ball. The only critique I could have is when he tries to throw too hard and try to get too much sink on the ball, then he starts to lose command of the strike zone. But when he just throws nice and easy, it is so hard to pick him up, so hard to hit him.
And time requested at the plate. Bill Miller barks it out.
And here's another thing I love about the way the Orioles pitcher staff is working, is the tempo is picked up so quick. The hitter's got to call timeout now. That tells me that things are moving in the right direction. They're just doing it. Give me the ball, get on the mound, and let me throw a strike.
3-2. And ball 4. So a 1-out walk. Time for you to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. And here are the candidates. Chris Davis with a 3-run home run to give the Orioles the lead. Jeremy Guthrie, 7 outstanding innings. Or Nolan Rymel, the home run to get the Orioles going in the 3rd. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard, A, B, or C, to 51862. So that allows the tying run to come to the plate. It's Evan Longoria. Ground ball towards the hole. Hardy backhands to second 1. Andino back to first. Double play! Oh, how did they turn it back quickly? Hardy to Andino, back to Reynolds, and that ends the threat. And the Orioles turn 2. Our congratulations to Colleen Knight from Glen Burnie. She has won $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery Double Play Contest. your instant win game card for a chance to win World Series tickets, compliments of Scott's. So the Lowell's home field advantage, and the Orioles with the home field advantage so far tonight. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Here's J.J. Hardy. Markakis and Guerrero will follow. And Matt Moore making his big league debut, misses low. J.J.'s 0 for 2. He's got a modest 2-game hitting streak on the line. He swings through it 1-1. Each of the hits over the past 2 games, multi-hit games. And fouled off 1-2. Because baseball is a long season. It's a season of ups and downs, and you try to maximize the ups and minimize the downs. Right now, JJ's in a bit of a long ball and RBI drought. He's had a good overall year, though. Check swinging, it's low 2-2. He's gone 58 at-bats without a home run and 42 at-bats without an RBI. 2-2, and he got him on a changeup. So Hardy down on strikes. There's the first big league strikeout for Moore and 1 away. For every Orioles walk this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield will contribute $50 to support the Living Classrooms Foundation. To date, the Orioles have drawn 410 walks for a total of $20,500. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Well, here's Nick Markakis, lefty versus lefty. And the fastball's high, 1-0. Moore on in relief of Davis, who went 6 1/3, 4 runs on 7 hits. Foul tip held by Jaso, and it's 1-1 on Nick. And foul back. Dane De La Rosa getting loose in the Tampa Bay bullpen. Rays actually have a modest bullpen. They only have 10 guys out there. You know, for the call-ups, that's not that many. It's only 3 more than usual.
Well, you see Nick taking a lot of good swings off of Matt Moore. With that 96, 97 mile an hour fastball, Nick just missing it a little bit.
That's an effortless 97.
It's a 97, but and he hides the ball well too, so that makes it hard to pick him up real quick. You've got to commit a little bit sooner.
2-2 pitch called, strike 3. Got it on the outside corner. And back-to-back Ks to begin the 8th.
That's almost not fair when a guy throws 96 mile an hour and hides the ball from you. Nick Markakis, not much of a chance, looking for the breaking ball. The fastball just right by him.
Here's Vlad Guerrero, who's 2 out of 3. Takes ball 1. Vladimir's 38th multi-hit game. Moore falls behind 2-0 and a base hit. Guerrero's got a 3-hit night. So he's on with 2 men down. MLB.com's At 11 app for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry is live baseball. Follow the Orioles wherever you are with game day pitch-by-pitch tracking. Plus, get in-progress box scores and stats, breaking news, and searchable video highlights. At 11 also includes game day audio to listen to every game live, and MLB.tv subscribers can watch games live with iPhone, iPad, and Android. So text At 31826 or visit Orioles.com. There's a drive, deep left field, back it goes, and it is gone. Wieters has homered in 3 straight games. And the Orioles add to their lead in the 8th.
Well, and now Matt Wieters has 10 home runs from both sides of the plate on the season. That's his 20th home run this season. And boy, is he coming on right-handed. Wow, what a shot. Another bullet into the seats in left field. Did the same thing last night to give the Orioles a 2-run lead. Same pitch, fastball out over the plate. He gets the extension. There's no doubt about this one.
And he caught both. It's his second one of the night, that fan. And he's letting you know.
And isn't that your friend? Again, the guy that had caught 3 home runs in a series.
Well, he's on TV again. Yeah, how you doing? Say hi to everybody. Davis waves at it, 1-1. So Wieters, the first catcher since Ramon Hernandez in 2006. So the 20 home run season. Davis hits it to right center field. That ball's hit well, and it's going to bounce down and get to the wall. Upton plays it back in. There's a double. So Davis has a 2-hit night. So Davis has a multi-hit game. Wieters has a multi-hit game, and Guerrero a multi-hit game, and those 3 have all followed each other in this inning with base hits. And Joe Madden out to make a pitching change. Dane De La Rosa will come on in the 8th. So Matt Moore will leave. The right-hander De La Rosa comes on in the 8th. Presented by authority of the Orioles, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Dane De La Rosa comes on for Tampa Bay.
Dane De La Rosa, so far he's been in 2 ball games. But he's appeared in 2 games this season. He was called up from AAA ball on Sunday. It was only his second start, or second little stint with the ball club at this point in the season.
So he'll be asked to get the final out in the 8th, with the Orioles now leading at 6-2. All 6 runs coming in on home runs tonight. Reimold a solo, Davis a 3-run, Wieters a 2-run. Mark Reynolds 0 for 3. And it's down and away, 1-0. Reynolds is now 0 for his last 19. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Matt Wieters, 20 home runs in 3 straight games. RBIs now in 4 straight games. Bouncer towards third, a big hop for Longoria. And he'll get it to first, and that ends the inning, but not before two big insurance runs. Matt Wieters from the right side hits it out to left field, his 20th, and the Orioles now have a 6-2 lead. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. So we go to the ninth. Orioles 3 outs away from getting 2 out of 3, and there's a bouncer towards the hole. Diving stop, Andino from his knees. He got him, and a scoop by Reynolds on the back end. 1 pitch, 1 down in the Tampa Bay ninth.
Well, what a great play. And you watch the last hop right here, comes up, and Dino just barely snags it from his knees. A short hop to first base. Reynolds, who's been impressing us all season long with the picks at first base, has been phenomenal.
And it's outside. Well, the Orioles 2 outs away from ending this slump, and that is in rubber games. They have lost the last 9 rubber games on the year and just 4-14 on the year. So dropping the 2 out of 3. They have won the series opener, then lost the next 2 games 9 times. Last series win against Cincinnati, June 24th to the 26th. And they haven't won a 3-game series on the road since May at Tampa Bay, but they're 2 outs away from getting that done here. And this would be the opposite because they lost the opening game and they will have won the last 2. Bouncer past the mound. Andino to his right this time. Backhand throws. He got it. And 2 down here in the 9th inning. We hope you can join us again on Friday. Moro's action. Game 1 of the 3-game series against the Angels. Tommy Hunter on the mound against Dan Herron. Our coverage on MASN HQ begins at 6:30 with those extra presented by Verizon Wireless. And then game coverage at 7 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN. 5-1 are the Angels against the Orioles on the year. They have outscored the O's by 22. They are 4.5 back in the wild card, and Borges having a big head-to-head year against the Orioles. Here's Matt Joyce, and it's low. Adam Jones came on to play center field this half inning, and that pushed Matt Angle to left. Nolan Reimold's evening is done. And there's a strike, 1-1 the count. What a bounce-back series for the Orioles after a tough weekend in Toronto. Line to left, there's Angle, and he's got it. And the Orioles have taken 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay, battling back to win the last 2 nights. And Matt Wieters with a huge series. His 2-run home run in the 8th inning broke this one open. Final score at Camden Yards as the Orioles grab the rubber game as Guthrie wins his 8th. The Orioles 6 and the Rays 2.